Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys very much for being here today. Hope everybody is doing well. So we have a relatively clean inventory. We have all of our elixirs running. We got a bunch of healing pots, so we should be good. We do have to focus a little bit today on herbalism. Herbalism got a little bit behind because I died a couple times and I didn't put track herbs back up. Richard, Mendy, Stan, Buffalo Bill, good morning guys. Thank you for being here. I looted a cooking recipe off of a bear. I don't think I've ever looted a cooking recipe off of a random enemy before. And it's for crab claws. Apparently, like, the bear here had a promising career as a culinary expert before I just randomly killed him. Now I feel kind of bad. Marson, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome. Or he had eaten the cook. Let's go with that one. Yeah, that makes me feel like less of a monster. Buffalo Bill, I'm glad you're digging the series, man. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's really nice to be back in Wrath of the Lich King era. It's going to be interesting. I wonder if I'm going to get that character to cap, or at least like out of the old world before the pre-patch happens. It would be interesting to be like mid-leveling in like one of the old zones, have the pre-patch happen and have it like change the world. And then suddenly like, I wonder what would happen to my zone progress. You know, I'm kind of assuming like if let's say I got like halfway through Stranglethorn. The pre-patch comes out, the world revamp goes in. I'm assuming that they would just like reset, like all quest progress would be reset, like I wouldn't have any quest progress anywhere. Because it would be all different quests. So that could be interesting. I could double down on like a certain zone, like whatever zone I'm in. If I'm not like past the old world before the pre-patch, I could double down on it. So I could do it before the Cataclysm, and then probably do it again after the Cataclysm. I'm still debating whether or not I want to farm up the badges to get the heirloom chest piece. Shoulders were a nice addition, especially because you don't get shoulders for a while typically. The chest piece, it's more of like a warlock chest piece. I really wish they had like different looks for the cloth gear, because like I don't really care for how the cloth gear looks unless it's on a warlock. because it looks like Warlock gear. I wish they had like a more of like a mage heirloom set. Then I'd be more interested in wearing it for 100 hours. Marlena, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. We are tentatively heading up this way. I do have a plan. So the plan is not just like chase herbs and fight low-level stuff. The plan is to head over here and try to work on the fine crab chunks. After that, we have to head out. I might turn quest tracking on because honestly, I have no idea where the boats are for the lockboxes. So I may pop quest tracking on for a minute to take a look at that. Otherwise, I could just keep forgetting about it. That's a possibility too. I've always found it, like, really funny that, you know, they went through the effort to have mobs run away, which can cause you problems. But if it doesn't cause you problems and you just wait, the mob always comes back to die. Like, even humanoids do it. And you would think, like, if a humanoid was running away and you weren't chasing it, it just would never come back. It would not, like, as a person, you're not going to run away and narrowly escape death and go, you know what? You know what? I better go back. Let him kill me. It's always been, like, slightly disturbing and kind of funny. These crabs actually have a very disturbing looking face. I've never really paid a lot of attention before, but yeah, that's ugh. A little bit disturbing. I don't like things in the ocean that crawl. Nicholas, Anastasia, welcome. Good morning to you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm not so sure that these are the tide crawlers that I'm looking for. I think I need ones that are like level 17 to 20. These guys are level 13 and 14. Yeah, I don't think these are it. Yeah, here we go. The objective is showing up in the tooltip now, so now we're good. Will I be playing any more of the Hardcore Priest? I don't think so, honestly. I could just say, yeah, maybe someday, sure, but, like, honestly, I think I'm done with Hardcore for now. I have so many other things that I want to do, and, like, so many other things that are, like, more enjoyable to me right now, that I think I'm done with Hardcore right now. If I play any Hardcore anytime in the near future, it's probably gonna be, like, back on our highest level character, back on our level 42 Dwarf Hunter. Yeah, I don't really... It wasn't that fun for me, and like, the viewership on it was pretty low. So I wasn't really having a great time. I didn't really sense that it was super enjoyable for a lot of people, so yeah, I'm done. For now, I'm done with Hardcore. Yep, we got SOD Phase 3 coming up. We're gonna have Cataclysm pre-patch a little ways after that. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to do. So, yeah. What about Cata? I mean, I will be playing Cata when Cata comes out, yeah. I'm leveling a Blood Elf Mage right now to, like, get that character to cap and then take them into Cata. And so, that's the plan for 80 to 85. And then as soon as the pre-patch opens up, I'll start recording my Worgen Immersive series. I want to get the Worgen zones recorded, I want to get the 2 Goblin zones recorded, and get those actually completed. Not in the beta, because the beta is full of bugs and sometimes kind of unplayable. So, yeah, I'll be waiting for actual pre-patch for any more Cata stuff. Seems like the best way to do it. I haven't really figured out how I'm gonna, like, handle... I want to see all the zones, right? I want to see all the zones, I want to read all the quests. And I want to have all that stuff in the recorded series. I don't really want to do, like, the immersive, like, read all the quest stuff on the stream. So I think for Cataclysm, the streams are going to focus on the 80 to 85 content. And then on, like, endgame stuff. And then I'll have to probably take a couple characters through the leveling process to see all the zones in the old world. But yeah, but part of me knows that taking characters through the old world simply to see the zones, unless I phrase it properly, is going to piss a lot of people off. Because, you know, it's going to be characters that I don't necessarily level to cap. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how I want to see the old world revamp, how I want to see all of those zones and get them all, like, in their own playlist. Under the concept that, like, if I take a character through those zones, like, the purpose is simply to see the stories. The purpose, like, stops being about leveling that character up. Like, I'm gonna have my main characters already done. Like, the only characters that I'm gonna main right now in Cataclysm are gonna be the Paladin and the Mage. And so, like, I'm not looking to get any more characters necessarily to cap. I also have a level 80 Shaman that, like, I've really never played, so I got, like, max level characters taken care of. And so I think instead of doing the playlist by character, like I usually do the playlist based on the character, I think I'll start doing in Cataclysm, I'll do the playlist based on the zone. That way it's just each playlist is its own zone, the zone begins, the zone ends, the playlist ends. And then I record the next zone. And I think that's going to be, like, my best way so that I make sure that I see all the zones, so that I make sure that I read all the quests. But I'm going to have to be, like, very straightforward about the fact that, like, those characters that I do that with, you know, they're going to stop in the old world, because I'm not interested in taking a bunch of them into Outland, taking them all through Northrend. Like, that's not going to be the objective. And I know that's not going to, like, some people are not going to like that. Some people who don't understand the purpose of the playlist and don't understand that the point is to see all the zone changes, some people are not going to like that. So I'm working on how to, like, make sure that I'm, like, upfront about it at every turn, from the description to the titling to how I intro the series, like, trying to make sure that I do it in a way that's very clear. Like, you might see this character for a while, but it's more about the zones. It's not about the character leveling. Alright, we got all the crab chunks we need. I'm gonna pop Questie tracking on for a second here. They updated the beta last night to unlock the 80 to 85 leveling. Nice. That's cool. I don't think I'm gonna touch it very much. Especially after what I saw of how broken like the Worgen areas were and the Goblin areas. I really think I'm just gonna save it. I mean, I could check out some of it on stream maybe. I'm not gonna record any of it because the audio doesn't always play right. The cutscenes probably aren't playing right. I don't know. I think I might just hold off on any more Cata stuff until I'm actually playing Cata. I've never been like a big like beta person. The amount of beta that I played just playing the warrior this time around was probably the most beta I've ever played in my life. Because typically I don't play a bunch of beta. If we get bored of whatever we're streaming at any point in time, maybe I'll check it out on stream. But part of me just wants to kind of experience it when it's done. Bruno, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I have underwater breathing potions, I think. Yes I do. Let's do it that way. Lael, good afternoon, man. Welcome. Well, that was not necessarily... It doesn't really matter, I guess. Like, I could be down here for a while, so... It's nice to have the underwater breathing potion. Alex, you got hit with a membership. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. I'm not sure how that works if you weren't actively... Maybe if you were in the stream at any point? I don't know. I am not sure. Although, like, I thought I saw, like, my wife's second YouTube account get a membership once when I don't think she was in the stream on that account either. So I'm not sure exactly how that happens. Mike, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome. I've kind of stopped using Rend I feel like without going into arms, without going into like the additional bleed damage, without going into deep wounds, like I feel like Rend is not really always worth the rage. Oh, that's right, we also have to go after the Den Mother. I'm pretty sure it was Carnifexia, who I don't think is here right now. But yeah, if it happened yesterday, it was Carnifexia. Have I ever played Star Wars The Old Republic? Yeah, I played it when it first came out. I remember like watching the developer blogs or vlogs or whatever you want to call them for like a year and a half, 2 years prior to the game coming out. It was Star Wars The Old Republic was the last game that I was hype for like a long time before it came out. And I remember being so excited for this game. Like, and following it for years, reading every scrap of news I could find, watching every YouTube video, looking at every screenshot. And yeah, and the game came out. We played it, my guild and I. It was pretty good. It had a great story, great voice acting, a lot of cool concepts. And then, you know, we got to the first raid. We did the first raid, and then everybody went back to WoW. And so, like, unfortunately, like, at the time, like, I went back to WoW with my guild. And I didn't really get to play as much Star Wars The Old Republic as I would have wanted. We were a raiding guild. We wanted to raid, like, 3 nights a week for 4 hours a night. And obviously, like, when an MMO first comes out, there's just, like, there's not that much content. So, like, we slowly, like, people just kind of filtered back to WoW. And, but yeah, and the game was really good. The game had its issues. But it was an amazing RPG. I played an Imperial Agent healer. Which, like, probably wasn't, as my only character, it probably wasn't the most exciting thing to level up. It was, like, as I leveled up, basically as the healing spec. So, like, my level up journey, although the story for the Imperial Agent was amazing, the gameplay was, like, slow. If I had known that it would be the only character that I really ever played in the game, I probably would have went with, like, Bounty Hunter, or something a little bit more fast-paced. You know what was amazing? Hutball, man. Hutball. The only MMO PvP that I've ever really loved and just played a shit ton of. Hutball was amazing. Sadly, I can't ever go back and check out Star Wars The Old Republic on the channel because the music is so, like, highly copywritten. Like, a couple years ago, I tried to start an immersive recorded series. Couldn't have the music on at all. And, like, for me, like, especially in a game with all those, like, story moments, like, the music kind of, like, makes some of those scenes. So it was like, if I can't let the music play, then I can't do an immersive recorded series on it. They didn't have to take it down because, like, before you put a video live, like, YouTube will tell you if there are copyright issues. So, like, when you upload a video, before you make it public, like, you'll have it sit there and you can see ahead of time, if you're doing it right, whether or not there's going to be a copyright issue. So I never put the video live. I saw that it had copyright issues. I noticed that it was just all throughout, like, every single ounce of music was copywritten. And I was like, yeah, nope, can't do that.
Elune be with you. Till next we meet. Good luck, friend.
What can I do for you? Keep your feet on the ground. Safe travels. I have the finest wires in the land. Be good.
What can I do for you? See you soon. Watch your back. Off with you.
Alright, now we are headed to the south. We have a few things to do. We got a couple things to follow up on. Murkdeep is down here. I believe we can go after the Grizzled Scalps down here. We could probably go after the Moon Stalker Pelts too, but we don't have to do that now. It's a bit of a higher level. We can always come back later. We've got other quests going green in other places. I think the next thing we do is we head back to Loch Modan after we finish some of this green stuff. And then we could finish up in Loch Modan, and from Loch Modan maybe head back to either Westfall or Red Ridge. We don't have a lot to do left in Westfall, I don't believe. So, we can see. Ollie, good evening, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Am I gonna do a dungeon today? It's doubtful. It's doubtful just because like there's not a lot of people running lower level stuff in Classic Era. A lot of the groups tend to be like endgame stuff. I see more groups going out for high level dungeons than I see going out for low level dungeons, which makes sense. You know, it's an old server cluster. Lots of people that play here actively are max level. So yeah, it's been interesting. There haven't really been like a lot of Dead Mines groups or anything like that. I've only seen like a handful of low-level groups going out, but all day long I see like higher-level groups spamming and looking for group. It seems like if you want, yeah, if you want to do, yeah, exactly, Alex, BRD and beyond. Yeah, you nailed it. If you want to do like higher level dungeons in Classic, like right now is a really good time. There are people looking for groups for that kind of stuff like all day long. So, yeah. Low level, not so much. What are my plans for Easter? We usually do just like an Easter egg hunt for our son. And a dinner. We don't do a lot. You find your Easter eggs, you find your Easter basket. Usually in the Easter basket there's candy and a Lego set. And yeah. And then we have a dinner of some kind. It's like, you know, for the most part a relatively normal day. John, good afternoon. Welcome. Hartman, is this hardcore or sad? Just look at the title, man. The title of the stream, it tells you everything you need to know about the stream. And if the title doesn't tell you, then the logo artwork in the thumbnail will. You'll figure it out, man. I believe in you. My sense of humor makes you laugh. That's good. Some people encounter my sense of humor in the streams and they say things like, I can't believe you talk to people so disrespectfully. And I'm like, what? It's kind of like supposed to be a little bit funny. I'm not being, like a lot of times I'm not being completely serious.
My goods are of the highest quality.
Like when someone tells me that I'm disrespectful of people in chat, I just like, I kind of laugh because I'm like, damn, you must have never encountered like an Asmongold stream. My stream, if you think that I'm disrespectful sometimes to people, my stream must be the first and only stream you have ever watched in your entire life. But I do get that comment, like, not super frequently, but semi-frequently. I'm gonna turn the quest tracking back on again. It's gonna make this southern part of the zone like I'm not super familiar with, and I would like to get all these green quests cleaned up without having to leave and come back and leave and come back. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna make it a lot easier for me. I'll turn it off once we're back. I don't like all the clutter on the map, but for what we're doing now, it makes sense to leave it on. Alex, you nailed it, man. Thank you. That's gonna make my life a little bit easier. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, I don't know, maybe rend is worth it. I can't decide. To rend or not to rend, that is the question. It feels better to have another button to push. So maybe if it's not, like, even if it's not super effective, maybe it's just worth doing it. What do I think about a Fury Warrior with a two-handed weapon? I think that sounds awesome. Yeah, we're right now we're Fury with a two-handed weapon, so yeah, like it sounds good to me. I'm not gonna go right into dual wield until I have two awesome one-handers. So we are gonna be going into other things, and we're gonna be doing a two-handed weapon probably for a while. And then if I ever get a hold of some really good one-handers, then maybe we'll respec into dual wield spec. But yeah, I'm gonna do a two-hand build. Maybe I'll find a way to work in Slam. I'm not sure if Slam is like useful for like a two-handed Fury build, but yeah. That's what we're doing. It's easier to get like a good two-hander than it is to get two really good one-handers. I guess I'll pop down here and at least do, we'll do this, the Master's Glaive quest. It's also a low-level quest. And these guys have a chance to drop an item that starts a quest, but the chance for the drop is like 0.01%. I've never seen it drop. And I don't know if we'll farm these guys. I mean, we could, but we could farm them for an hour and then never see the item drop. Damn, that is a big heal that he just put on himself. That was a heal to full. The weird thing is, it showed him heal to full before the cast timer finished. That was the weird part. Huh. Hey, we got Fortitude. I appreciate that. Alright, we need to come over here. And then I think we use this item. And then we click E. And then we complete the quest. Uh-oh. I thought we had to interact with this one, but maybe not. Oh, this was a rare spawn. Oh, we didn't tag him. Oh, that's so sad. I've never seen that guy. Another enormous heal. Yeah, I'm not gonna farm on these guys. I don't have a good way to interrupt their heal, so. But I thought, now there is a turn-in over here. Maybe I need to click the book again. Oh, there we go. Okay, bring Onu the recovered insane scribbles. That's fair. There's also an escort quest over here sometimes. Although I don't see them this time. Oh no, wait, there they are. This is like a really short escort quest.
Is there trouble?
So I'm gonna go ahead and take it.
What is nature's call? Ah, the great outdoors.
Relatively short. It was a relatively short escort quest. Alright, let's get the rest of the Moonstalker pelts and the Grizzled Scalps while we're down here before we head back to Onu. Alams, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. We have to make our way back to the north of the ruins. Questie seems to think there's a chance for the Moonstalkers to spawn down here, but they don't really spawn down here very often, so I'm gonna head right back up here. We had better luck. I'm not really sure why Questie shows a turn in. Oh, it's a buzz box. Is there actually... Oh my god, I didn't even see it. It's a very stealthy buzz box. And that was the last one. Yeah, it's also hard to see things when it's just like it's in the shadows and it's not shiny. There's no sparkles, I can't see it. Oh my god, the drop rate and the spawn rate for these guys is really, really bad. There's hardly ever of them, any of them in the world to begin with, and the drop rate is just atrocious. I don't know about this quest. We'll give it some time, but it either needs to spawn more enemies or perhaps drop more items would be ideal. The Striders are scary. The Striders would actually be like the apex predators in this area. That's probably why they're not aggressive, because they're just so chill, because they know like in one swift movement they can rip out the throat of anything else. Like a bird with a beak like that and claws like that would just straight up murder something. That's why they're non-aggressive, because they're just chilling. Like, yeah, with a beak like that, like, you don't have a chance. You'd be better off, like, you know, getting mauled by a bear. That bird's gonna go, it's gonna take that beak right to your vital organs. You're in Dunmorough at level 10, then you want to go to Elwyn Forest. Yeah, if you're playing Classic Era Classic, you don't want to go straight into Loch Modan. You might want to go get the flight point and pick up some of the lower level quests to have them in your log. But then if you're level 10, you probably just want to take yourself over to Elwyn Forest now and start questing out of Goldshire. And then do all those quests, and then start doing some of the stuff in Loch Modan. Then you'll bounce between Loch Modan and Westfall. If you get really adventurous, you can also work in what we're doing. Like we were bouncing between Loch Modan and Westfall and Darkshore. If you want to, you know, go get on the boat and do all that stuff. Maybe one day I'll make a video about zone hopping. Somebody recommended that I do that like a while back. And I kind of always assume that like people know. But you don't, unless you've done it before, like you don't know. And it's like, it's something about Classic Era that's kind of necessary. This is the Methrister relics. This is way up to the north, so we're probably not going to do that right now. I would like to complete this quest, so we'll give it a little bit more time and we'll see if we can get it done. We also have to get Merc Deep. Okay, Merc Deep is right over here, so that shouldn't be a problem. Should we also gather up all these beach sea turtles? Yeah, we probably should. We should probably finish like everything we're gonna do down here, that way we don't really have to come back. And actually, I think what I'll do is I'll probably run down to Ashenvale and get the flight point out of Astronar, so we can just fly back to Aberdeen. That way we have that flight point if we need it later on. I probably just have to kill everything in the area. It feels like everything shares spawn points, so an enemy could come in as a grizzled thistlebear, an enemy could come in as a moonstalker sire. That's what it feels like anyway. Right now we got a whole bunch of bears spawned in and no cats. Well, it looks like our elixirs ran out at some point recently. Let's go ahead and re-up all of our elixirs. I love having like one of every elixir going. It makes me feel like a witcher. It's a good time. My god, I thought I got myself stuck there for a minute. Can I easily get out of here? Probably not as easy as I got down here. Oh, there we go. That's not bad. Robbie, I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the stream. Rod, good afternoon. Welcome. Let's see. I'm trying to work my way all the way to the south. That way I can just, like, get a bunch of them going all the way back north. Then we can cut back into the woods and go after the rest of the Moonstalkers we need. Retaliation might be overkill here, but then again, maybe not. Let's pop a big potion. Oh, this might be a death. Yeah, we got lightning bolts coming through the wall at us too, which means I aggroed somebody over on the other side. Potions are on cooldown for another minute or so. Yeah, it would take like a bunch of crits. There's no way that we live. Not really a lot I could do there once I pulled the extra guy. Where are we? Thankfully, the graveyard is not super far away. So, lucky us. Why do I have so many characters going at once? Because I'm an awful person. Yeah, I'm just a bad human being. At least I admit it, yeah. I mean, there's not much else to say. There's not really a lot else to say. I mean, overlooking the fact that I played hardcore for like a year straight and lost a bunch of characters, overlooking the fact that a lot of the characters recently have been SOD characters and they've been level capped, like... I play a lot of characters because I'm a bad person. Feeling good today. Feeling super good. I don't even have a right to feel this good. Alright, we got a bunch of Murlocs. I'd love to kill one of them. If I can kill one of them, that would leave us in really good shape. If I can just kill this melee guy, then we'll be good. Okay, he's running. He's running. Okay, he's dead. Maybe I can get really lucky. Maybe I can leash him. I know, like, leashing Murlocs while swimming through water, probably not, like, super likely. They're very fast in the water. But maybe we live. Oh, yeah, we got away. That's awesome. Oh my effing god. The effing healing waves, man. They literally can take them from like no HP all the way back to a full bar of health. That's brutal. Makes me so happy that we're not playing on hardcore. Absolutely brutal healing. Yeah, it was tough transitioning from so much hardcore to like playing SOD or playing any version of the game where like death was okay. And now like my brain has finally like realigned itself to finally feel like yes, like death is okay. It's absolutely okay. It's an expected outcome some of the time. And finally like I don't have any adverse reactions when I'm about to die. If I charge in here, it's probably just not going to be good. That being said, these are Tide Hunters, so if I do a ranged attack, they're going to throw stuff at me. Do I have a better angle of approach from the other side of the island, maybe? The answer to that is no. No, I don't have really like a better angle of approach. This is where all these potions are going to come in handy. Speaking of potions, because I died, I have to re-up my elixirs. See, that's the only real, like, painful part of dying now, is that, like, I'm wasting resources when I die. If too many characters made you a bad person, you'd be like final evil boss status. Yes. It's true. It's really, I really don't have anything to say to negate that or argue it. Oh, I really didn't want to die again here. It's really not what I wanted to do right now. It stings, chat. It stings. It still stings. I like, mainly, like, I shouldn't be doing these quests right now. Ideally, like, I would just be saving them till later. I really don't want to come back to Darkshore later to do a bunch of stuff. I'd like this to be my last main visit to Darkshore, so, like, I'm trying to get done with some stuff that, like, we just shouldn't be doing. So, I'm gonna give it one more death. If I die doing this stuff again, we'll skedaddle. We'll skedaddle on out of here and we will come back. So, yeah, good times. Lael, welcome back, man. Congrats, also. I hope it dropped some epic loot. You can't craft when your inventory is full. Did you guys know that? You can't make bandages when you don't have a stack of bandages and your inventory is full. That's really about all I can do. We have an infected wound. Physical damage taken is increased by 4. Just a flat amount of increased damage. John, that's pretty funny, actually. What part of this do I have to click on? Maybe further up on the spine. I'm not chasing him. I'm just gonna let him come back with whatever friends he wants to bring back, and we'll figure out if we can deal with it or not. Alright, he's got too many friends. I really hate these murlocs. What's my biggest potion? This is gonna be my biggest potion. That's probably not gonna be good enough. I'm taking shots from like over here. I'm taking shots from everywhere. Let's just leash them. Let's try to leash some of them. Maybe I can kill the one guy. Maybe I can even kill a couple of them. But I don't think I can kill all of them. Yeah, we're still in combat with something. Okay, there we go. See, that wasn't too bad, but we did have to run out of there. I couldn't see all of who were attacking me. Don't forget about Merc Deep. Yeah, I'm kind of questioning whether or not I can handle Merc Deep. I'm having so many problems with the Murlocs, like, already. I have no idea. It highlights the entire, like, section of the creature. I don't know what part of it. Maybe there's, like, a specific vertebrae I have to click. It must be the C18 vertebrae. A victory rush would make this so much better. Shut your mouth. Blasphemer. You dirty blasphemer. I'm gonna have space for this thing, aren't I? Drop you on the ground. Okay, where? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a specific vertebrae. Alright, so yeah, now we have to go after Merc Deep. I still have these 2 Moonstalker pelts that I need. Good old Dark Shore. Let's see if we can get the Moonstalker pelts first, and then I'll decide if we're going to go after Murkdeep now. Raz, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Is Sod boring now? Is that the reason for Classic Era? I mean, if you want to know my thoughts about Sod up until this point, you can check out the video that I put out about it a few days ago. And that encapsulates all of my current thoughts about Sod up to the end of Phase 2, just how I felt about it. It's not a valuation on the season or anything like that, just my personal experiences and feelings about it. Yeah, I'm waiting for when Phase 3 comes out. We'll be back for Phase 3. I'm really excited about the PvE event, the Corrupted Emerald portals, and so we'll see. But yeah, there we go. I'll pop that link into chat, and anybody interested in my thoughts on Sod can check that out. It's cool because one of the things I complained about for the first 2 phases was like there's no real PvE stuff to do besides raid and dungeon if you're like a solo player, and they're adding in PvE content for Phase 3. So it was nice to see like some of my complaints kind of got answered, which tells me that like I must not have been the only person that felt that way. I saw that, Alex. Yeah, I saw that the lone wolf population went from high, finally dropped down to medium. I think people are like, maybe people are getting sick of just the enforced PvP while they're out trying to get their runes and stuff. I think that's where it becomes a problem for people. You know, I think sometimes when you have to travel around through a bunch of contested zones to get your runes, like when you're an alliance person and you have to go into like Stone Talon and stuff, I think that's like gets tedious for people if they're getting killed a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of things. But yeah, now wild growth is still high pop. I think a lot of people are leaving Lone Wolf and going to Wild Growth. So I'm happy to have my 40 over on Wild Growth. Even though it wasn't like the original plan, I think it like kind of worked itself out for the best. Blandon, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. Ahoy! You must be playing some Plunderstorm if you're coming in here with an ahoy. Yeah, Alex, they need to consider doing that for sure. I know, like, originally they didn't want to because they were having problems, like, balancing the server populations among Horde and Alliance. So, like, allowing transfers, like, in that period of time probably would have caused a lot of trouble. But now I feel like they basically got it sorted out, and I feel like the populations are fine. So, yeah, now would be the time to allow people to transfer their characters off. That would be amazing. And, they, you know, I don't know if they'd offer it for free. They could at least offer the one that people would purchase. You know, they'd make some money off of it. It's hard to go wrong. Devin, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Although part of me is glad that they didn't have transfers open up to this point, because my original plan had been to transfer that Paladin on Wild Growth back over to Lone Wolf. So if they had been allowing transfers the whole time, I would now be in a position where I'd be transferring them back to Wild Growth. So I'd be out like 50 bucks at this point. Yeah, I think a lot of people would. That's the thing. I think a lot of people want off those PvP servers. You rewatched the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. That's why the ahoy. I knew it had to be something. I knew it had to be something. Martin, good afternoon, buddy. How am I enjoying Classic Era so far compared to Sod and Hardcore? It's, you know, it's its own thing. It's a lot more chill. I don't. There's a lot of things that I don't have to worry about, and it kind of makes it an ideal thing for me to stream and hang out with you guys. You know, there's no threat of character death. I don't have to worry about opening up a guide and going out and finding all my runes. So, like, yeah, streaming Classic Era right now has been a really good little break from other things. You know, we will get back into SOD a little bit on Thursday. And we'll get to 50, we'll check out the content, and we'll see how we feel. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm grateful to you guys for being here and, like, hanging out as I play what is probably the least popular version of the game right now. Yeah, kind of the way I've always felt about PvP and how I still feel about it is that, like, if I really want a PvP, there are better places to do that in. You know, there are better games and, like, places where, like, the PvP experience is more tailored to just be PvP. Because sometimes I do enjoy PvP even though I'm bad at it. Like, I enjoy Plunderstorm even though I'm bad at it. So, like, I enjoy that thing, but I kind of enjoy it, like, in its own context. For some reason, I've never really enjoyed PvP, like, within WoW. Dustin, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, and, like, well, PvP, it's always been part of it. It's just like, I don't know. I'm not sure, because I've never even really known anybody closely who, like, PvP was the main thing they did. So I just, like, I don't think I understand the motivations of PvP in this type of game. But there are some motivations, because there are a lot of people that take PvP and WoW, like, super seriously, obviously. I've just never really gotten there myself. You'd think for serious PvP, especially, like, when you're thinking about, like, retail WoW, like, the ever-shifting meta must be as difficult for PvP players as it is for PvE players. You probably are always feeling like you have to, like, be whatever class is the best class for that type of gameplay at the moment. I wonder if, like, PvPers just keep, like, a roster of, like, most classes at max level. And then it's like opening, like, up a game like Overwatch or Heroes of the Storm, where you just, like, you pick your character for the day. And you pick whoever is a part of the meta for the role you want to fill. I don't think we're getting these Moonstalker pelts right now. We have been at this quest for a long time. And I'm not sure if we're ever going to get them all. I mean, obviously, eventually we would, but I don't know how many more hours I want to spend on it. I feel like we've been grinding on these guys for, like, basically an entire hour. I'm going to come check out the Merc Deep situation. and see if maybe we can get that one done. After that, though, I'm gonna make one more run to the south to get into Ashenvale, and if we happen to get the rest of the pelts we need, great. If we don't, then I'm probably just not gonna worry about it. Maybe I'll keep the quest, and maybe we'll come back here later. Yeah, the other problem is my inventory is like so full. It's just, we're in just a really bad position here. I'm gonna drop a couple things on the ground. I can't afford to hold on to all this stuff. Stuff that's just not gonna sell for a lot. The clam meat's not gonna sell for a lot. Alright, I just need to have a little bit of inventory. My Hearthstone is set back at the Stout Lager Inn. So I really don't want... It looks like somebody is like in the midst of this. I don't see Murkdeep's body, so we might have gotten here in time. Here he is. Okay, that was like basically perfect timing. You know, there's somebody else here to help us. It was destiny that we kill him this day. Now, I say if only this person will cast a spell so we don't die. That'd be cool. AoEing 2 enemies. That's a bold move. That is a bold move. There we go. Done and done. I'd love to grab these shoulders. It'd be better than the leather ones we have on. Let's make a little bit of space. I wish I could put the ones I have on, like, back in the chest for somebody else to find. That'd be cool. Yeah, see, even when we do find them, they simply don't really drop the item. I think I'm just gonna get on the road and head to Ashenvale. What is this road, and where is this road taking me? This is not the main... This is like some secret road. It's probably not gonna put me anywhere that I want to be. But now that I'm already going down it, I need to find out where... Does this come out somewhere near BFD? This road is not on the map. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, that's cool. What level can you get a mount? In Classic Era, you get your mount at level 40. And it costs like 95 gold, which in Classic Era is quite a bit of gold. It's pretty expensive. Unless you're a paladin or a warlock, and then you just get it for free through like a quest. How much gold do I have right now? I have a little bit of gold, but the reason I have gold is because I had a couple of hardcore characters who, when they died, I transferred them to this server. So between the two of those characters, I was able to send myself like 50 gold. Naturally, at this point, I've probably accumulated maybe like 9 or 10 of my own gold. I've spent some gold on auction house items, but yeah, the only reason I have this much is because I sent it over. They were from hardcore character deaths where the hardcore character died with the gold on them, so I felt like I earned that money. Have we come across any murlocs that can't be caught today? Not today. Yeah, thankfully the mobs have been much more normal today. Yeah.
Well met.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Be careful. Light bless you. For the Alliance, go with honor, friend.
Apparently nothing is more triggering to me than just a mob that is forever out of reach. You can never catch up to it. It's like a nightmare. Alex, you sent your last 2 characters from Bloodsail over to Mankrik. Ooh. Do I have any characters left on Bloodsail? They're still offering free transfers off Bloodsail Buccaneers. I should look into that. I should also check my deleted characters and see like what characters I deleted that I can resuscitate and transfer over. I probably will start transferring over like all of my characters from Bloodsail and also from Defias Pillager, except the only character that I will leave on Defias Pillager for now. For now, I'm going to leave the level 42 Hunter. Because if I play any hardcore at all in the future, it will be on that character. Which is currently like the highest level character I have alive. But I think everybody else I'm going to transfer him. Yeah, eventually they probably will stop offering it. I'm gonna do that today.
Hi.
And now I'm kind of curious about who I have left on Bloodsail Buccaneers. There probably aren't too many higher level characters. Like, my highest level characters were the level 47 that's already here, and then the level 39 from Defias Pillager. Now I want to check. I probably have a couple of dead characters too that I could revive and send over. Ashenvale especially is just like stunningly beautiful. I'm always like taken aback every time I come here in Classic Era. The Horde ruined Ashenvale? Did the Cataclysm ruin Ashenvale? I don't really remember the Cataclysm. I mean, like, oh yeah. We were at war, right? Wasn't there like a big war going on here? Like every single outpost was a battle, right? Yeah, we did that on the Warrior in the beta. Like there was a big battle here, there was a big battle here. Like everywhere you looked, basically like everything was on fire and there was fighting. It definitely like stopped being like a chill zone, you know? But I don't know who's to blame faction-wise. I think we gotta spread the blame. In a war, we gotta spread the blame around a little bit. Persuade, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Is there anything I want to do here, or do I just fly back? I think I vendor, obviously. Let's vendor, and then we'll fly on out of here.
How may I help?
And do I have a favorite class? It's really close between the Warrior and the Paladin. I would say either one of those at any point in time could be my favorite class. Mage is pretty high up there just because I really like the fantasy of the Mage. As for the cooking recipes, I really need to decide if I'm going to level this up. And if I am going to level it up, I need to start like going after some of the actual meat that I need to do so.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I noticed that. Defias Pillager and Skull Rock are both low population. Yeah, nobody's playing hardcore anymore. And I think even from like a viewer perspective, at least from my metrics and what I see on my channel, like I don't think there's like a big appetite for it right now, even from like a viewership point of view. Let's head back to Aberdeen.
A shot for
The only thing I don't like about druids, I don't like being stuck in a shapeshift form. I think I probably like the gameplay of it, but having to be a cat or a bear or a boomkin, like I just don't like being stuck in a shapeshift form. I'm really attached to being able to like see the character that I created. Which sucks because the gameplay and the button pressing is probably enjoyable. It just kind of like, it stops me from playing classes that like shapeshift. I don't even really care for like the Shadow Priest Shadow form, because when you go into Shadow form, you can't see like the texture, the color of your equipment. It's just you become a purple, gassy fog. But yeah. Same thing on the Evoker. Like, I don't like being a dragon person. I don't like being a dragon mascot. So, even though like the gameplay is enjoyable, like I can't really play the class. Eventually they'll let other races be evokers without them having to be a dragon mascot, and then I'll check it out again. No, I don't like the were-chicken. The were-chicken forms are like some of my least favorite aesthetics in the entire game. I call them were-chickens. The tree form was pretty bad too. Like, yeah, having to be a tree in order to heal. Yeah, the tree form works better as a cooldown. Now I'm a stupid looking tree. Hooray! Like, the tree form started to look better over time, but it just... For me, it just sucks being stuck in a shapeshifted form. You get tired of it, you know? When you equip a new piece of gear, you don't get to look at it a lot. It's just kind of a bummer. Is questing more difficult in Vanilla Classic? No, it's not more difficult. It just takes more time. Nothing about Classic WoW is hard. Nothing about WoW is hard, like in general. The thing that is hard in Classic Era is like knowledge. Having knowledge is hard to do. You have to know like when to go to another zone, like what level ranges the zones are, like when you should zone hop across to the other continent. Like there are things that you have to know. Otherwise, you're gonna run out of quests in level 30s and 40s. But as far as like, is it difficult to go through the content? No, it's very easy and straightforward to go through the content.
Goddess watch over you. A sharp light. May the stars guide you. Go in peace. Illume like your...
Well, there we go. It's a nice way to turn in 4 quests. Got level 22, which means we have a talent point. We are going to keep going into improved battle shout.
I am honored. Goddess watch over you.
Whew, alright, I think that for now, we are done here. Yeah, we got some level 20 stuff to do, but if we want to do that, we'll just come back later. Oh, look at this. This just went gray. We don't really have to do that one. I'm not too concerned about it. We'll do In Defense of the King's Lands, and we'll go gather the idols. And then maybe we'll do the lead-in to the wetlands, which has us go through the gauntlet. You should get me cat ears for roleplay purposes. Not likely. It's not likely that you'll see me in a pair of cat ears. The only way that would happen is maybe if I started playing a bunch of Final Fantasy XIV and then did it ironically. Otherwise, not likely. Let's see. Alright, yeah, we have to head down here to the caves. Let's do that first. Yeah, oh, that's what I want to do. Thanks for reminding me, Alex. I'm gonna look at some of my hardcore characters. Sorry, this will be a little bit of an aside from what we're doing, so... I apologize. I'm really interested in what characters I have that I could transfer over, and if I wait to do it later, I won't do it. So I'm just gonna take a little peek. Maybe it'll be like going down memory lane. Blood Cell Buccaneers. Let's check there first. So nobody of like a super high level. Level 17 Warrior, level 15 Warlock. Let's see about like deleted characters. There are no deleted characters. Okay, so I don't really care about either of these tunes. They can live and die there. Let's check Defias Pillager. Level 22 Paladin. Well, I already have a level 39 Paladin and a level 47 Paladin. So I don't really think I need to transfer another Paladin over. The Hunter is gonna stay. I had a level 30 Warrior, right. I could have transferred them. I could have transferred them over, right? Okay. So that's a missed opportunity. I probably still will transfer them because they probably have some gold and stuff. Yeah, no, I got nobody really. I really don't have anybody. And then let's check deleted characters. Not really anybody. What was this? This might have been a priest, maybe? Yeah, so I think I'm good. I think I'm good. It would have been really smart just to send this character over and play them, had I thought about that possibility at all. Would have been a real thing. Have I been able to do any dungeons? No, not really. Was it a mage? Huh, if it's... Oh, yeah. Okay, so it was my level 20 mage that died in the recorded series. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe I would send the mage over. I don't know if I'll ever play it, but, you know, it might be nice to have it sent over. Alright, back at it. Thanks for bearing with me. What happened to the undead priest, the solo self-found? No, she didn't die. I wasn't really having a lot of fun, and the viewership wasn't there. You know, nobody seemed to be super enjoying it except for like a handful of people. And like solo self-found just is not exciting to me. It's what I thought before. Like for me, like part of what gets me excited about is getting gear sometimes. Like getting a new piece of gear, finding a new piece of gear, buying a new piece of gear on the auction house. Like I like all that stuff. So in solo self-found, it takes away like part of the game that is joyful to me. And yeah, the numbers for it weren't really there to support it as like a daily series, and I wasn't having a great time. Why is WoW Classic the most relaxing MMO to level up in? I'm not a game designer, but it's, you know, beautiful aesthetics, beautiful music, easy to learn, and there's not a lot of punishment for failure. And also for a lot of people, it's familiarity. Like familiarity either with the game or with the universe in some way or another. Yeah, when I'm not really enjoying a series, and obviously like when the numbers aren't there, like yeah, it makes the decision to discontinue it pretty easy. Like if I'm having a super fun time and nobody's watching, then I don't really care. But if I'm not having a super fun time and nobody's watching, then it's like, it doesn't make sense for me to continue to make content on it. And then, like, after playing so much hardcore, you know, I played like 10 or 11 months of hardcore. After playing so much hardcore, there's so much impermanence in it, you know? It's hard to get onto a character every day in hardcore and, like, and think anything except, like, eventually this character is gonna die. Eventually this character is gonna die, and then I'm never gonna touch them again. It's hard to, like, after almost a year of doing hardcore, it's hard just to, like, not have that be my immediate thought process when jumping onto a hardcore character. Oh dear God. At least these guys are lower level. Coaches, good afternoon. Welcome, buddy. Are there even people leveling in vanilla currently? Nope. I am the only person leveling in vanilla. It's just me. I don't even think anybody else is allowed to log in. Pretty sure that this server is just here for me to play on, I think. You kind of wish there was a step between hardcore and vanilla? Yeah, I mean, like, what do you mean? Like, some stakes? Like, slightly higher stakes? But not, like, character death stakes? They could go the route of Final Fantasy XI, which is, like, when you die, you lose experience, and you can actually de-level your character. They could go, like, maybe like EverQuest, like, you drop all your shit on the ground, and you have to buy new stuff. So you have to get back to your body to pick up your loot, maybe. Like, do maybe like more like a Dark Souls approach, like you die and you have to get back to your body before somebody else does. Or you have to get back to your body before dying again. Maybe something like that. Eventually, maybe they'll do progression servers. We've talked about the idea of like a progression server before. Which is not for everybody, but you know, you could do like 4 months for expansion, so like 4 months in vanilla era, and then we move into BC era, 4 months in BC era, then we move into Wrath of the Lich King era, and then you could rotate that like yearly. It doesn't have to be 4 months. You would probably need a little bit of an XP bonus, like maybe like a 30% XP bonus to help people level just a little bit more expediently through like the Classic Era content if you wanted to do like a progression server. Season of Mastery had really good leveling, and Season of Mastery had a 40% XP buff when it first dropped, and I thought that a 40% XP buff was really good. Like, it was still a big journey, but we were able to get the character to max level without it becoming, like, painfully long. And it only took me, like, 2 months, I think, to get the character leveled up all the way. And I was playing, like, an hour or two a day. Back then I wasn't streaming, so there were no like 5 or 6 hour sessions. So yeah, a progression server would be good. And then like every year or so you'd get to like re-experience like that progression from one era to the next and get to like spend a little bit of time in whatever era was your favorite. I have no idea how to get up to these guys. Somewhere here there's like a way to go up. Maybe back this way. No, this is not it. There they are. They're up there. Now I just gotta get to them. People have been like, you know you're doing well. You know you're doing well when people go out of their way to like low-key harass you. I think it's adorable. Blood Moon, I was talking and I think I missed you. Good afternoon. I think I might have got you, but I think I missed you. I'm a little bit scatterbrained this afternoon. You were trying to get a selfie with me and you weren't trolling me, you swear? I mean, that's fine. You're welcome to try to do those things. And typically, like, I don't really care, you know? That's probably too favorable of a comparison for me, but I appreciate the sentiment. Let's go ahead and pop Retaliation here. Seems like a good time for it. Yeah, we're progressing okay. I think we're at like 20 hours played. Let's see. We are at 23 hours played, so like just a little bit over an hour a level at this point, which for Classic Era is pretty good. It won't stay that way, but it's good for now. And then obviously like next week we're gonna start streaming Sod Phase 3, so I'm gonna try to put out recorded videos on this character. just to keep them going when we start focusing the streams on other things. That way they don't get completely left behind.
Well met. See you soon.
We have a solar eclipse to deal with on the 8th. Yeah, I mean, solar eclipses have never been a thing that I've had to really deal with, though. Like, to do any... I know, like, people always say, like, oh, there's gonna be EMP, electromagnetic pulse, it's gonna disrupt stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it will. I've been hearing that kind of shit my whole life. Every time there's like some kind of solar event, I've been hearing that my entire life. You know, big solar storm will affect everything. End of civilization coming soon. Like, it's like, okay, I'll see, I'll believe it when I see it happen. Maybe this will be the time. Maybe the internet will be broke. Y2K! All the computers are gonna get confused, and they're not gonna know what century it is, and because they don't know what century it is, they're gonna realize that they shouldn't even work, and they're gonna all stop working simultaneously. Right, it's like, no, that actually doesn't make any fucking sense, but okay. Okay. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I guess it could affect... It probably could affect, like, communications networks in certain areas that are, like, the most affected by it. I'm sure. I'm sure there's, like, science that I don't know. I just know that every single time in my life, when I have read, seen on the news, seen on the internet, heard from a person that there's going to be a major solar event, nothing has happened. And so I'm expecting, as a human, I can only expect, like, what's going to happen based on what I experience. So I expect that much of the same nothing will happen this time. And how would the eclipse? I say solar event. Yeah, it's an eclipse, not a storm. I'm just comparing, like, all solar events, okay? Anything to do with the sun disrupting the earth. It has never happened. And I don't really know how an eclipse would affect us. You know, I know that a solar storm, I guess, could do EMP. But I guess I don't really know, like, what an eclipse could do to affect the actual planet or anything. Maybe I'm just fucking stupid. Oh, raise the F word count to 2. Maybe I should know, like, innately what an eclipse can do to the planet, but I really don't. And so, yeah, I guess even less so. Even less so do I believe an eclipse can affect the planet. It won't do anything, yeah. I don't know. My mind just bunches all solar events in the same bucket, because I've never seen a full eclipse, I've never been somewhere at a time to see one, and obviously, like, I've never had a solar storm affect me, so, like, I put all solar events in the same bucket, which is, will not affect me, will not be visible to me. The sun does a thing. Yeah, I'll tell you a secret. The sun will always harm your eyes if you look at it. Regardless of whether or not there's an eclipse, yeah. It's always gonna F you up. You should never look at the sun, eclipse or otherwise. Just don't look at it.
Great to meet you.
I thought maybe I'd optimistically keep the shield, but I think I'll just sell it for the inventory space.
Safe travels.
What do we actually only need a couple of these. We worked on this before, so we have 6 out of 8. And then maybe we should go after old Sudi while we're here. It's just 1 elite. I'm not sure if maybe we can just handle it. Although if I do that, then I have to run all the way out to the hunting lodge to turn it in. That's a little bit of a hike. Am I near Detroit? No, not really. I'm like, I'd have to drive like 50 minutes to get to Detroit. Detroit is probably like the biggest city near me that anybody outside of Michigan has heard about, but I'm not near Detroit. Not currently. I will get a 99% of something at 3:15 local time on the 8th, like a 99% eclipse. Are you saying that for like the first time in my life I might actually just like notice the eclipse happening, like just casually where I'm at? I might be like, oh damn, it got dark. I probably won't notice it at all. At 3:15 my time, I'll either be streaming or working out in my basement. So... and it's like, it's always cloudy in Michigan. There's never any sunshine anyway, so like, if it gets slightly darker out, it'll just be like a matter of degrees. It'll already be cloudy and gloomy and crappy, and then if an eclipse happens, it'll just be darker and gloomy and crappy, and then I probably won't notice. If it happens to be like one of the brilliantly sunny days, like the one brilliantly sunny day we get each month, if it happens to be that one sunny day, then maybe I would notice. But what are the odds of a near full eclipse happening on a day that's like going to be the only sunny day of the month? Because we really only get 1 or 2. The likelihood is that I won't notice it at all. Jason, you tried to take a picture of an eclipse, and you got a picture of a bat. What? What?
What's on your
like
mind?
the animal?
Safe travels.
Like, are you sure it wasn't Batman? Are you sure the picture wasn't of the bat signal? Because that could have been the case.
See you soon.
It was the Mothman. Yeah, probably. Don't send too much sunshine, because then I'll feel guilty for not like being outside in it. I need like a balance of sunshine. Like two sunny days a week, 2 or 3 of them could be good. But yeah, if it's too much sunshine, like too much nice weather, then I'm just gonna feel guilty for not going outside. I have enough things in life to feel guilty about, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, ideally the sun would come out each day right as I like wrap my day up. You know, for a couple hours in the afternoon or evening I'd like to see the sun, and the rest of the day it can be cloudy. I'm sure like when there's an eclipse the animals act weird. Like the bat was probably like, "Oh, hey, time to wake up. It's dark out, time to go fly around." And then it was like, "Oh no, wait. I've made a terrible mistake." Yeah, see, that's 355 days of sunshine. That's too much sunshine. I couldn't handle that. If I had that much sunshine, I'd have to have my office in like a greenhouse. Like somewhere where I could feel like I was outside. If I had that much sunshine. Just to not feel guilty about not being out every day doing stuff. Alright, I think we're done here. I don't know if we need to come back to Loch Modan at any point. There's a couple of other things we could do. We could do the Algoz Gauntlet. I really don't want to do that right now. That's gonna require that we travel probably the rest of the way to... I'd like to do this when my Hearthstone is off cooldown so I can do it, and then I can kind of hearth out. Level 22, we have this back in Westfall. I think this is just like a turn-in. This probably leads into like the Defias Messenger quest. And maybe like one other quest. Patrolling Westfall, I somehow just like, this came untracked and we never did this quest. This is probably the first time that I have ever not done the Nolpal quest. We just like, boom, I wasn't tracking quest on the minimap, you know? And so I just forgot about the quest. We never got it done, and now we're like way out level for it, so we're gonna drop that one. What else? I mean, we're probably ready to start doing stuff in Red Ridge. That could be a good place to go. I guess I will head back to Westfall for now, I guess, just to turn in the breadcrumb quest and see like what we're gonna do next. It's gonna be a little bit of a flight. That's a good idea. That'd be cool to go to the zoo on the day that the eclipse happens. And see just all the animals behaving very weirdly. That's a cool idea. Maybe I'm gonna try to schedule that. It's on the 8th? What day is the 8th? The 8th is a Monday. That's a good time to go to the zoo. I think I want to do that. I'm gonna talk to my wife about it. Maybe. If I caught anything cool, I'd probably just put it on the Discord. If anything cool happened. I don't know what could happen. Sometimes we've been there when like a storm front was coming through, like, and they acted a little bit weird when like the weather was changing, and like they just seemed to be like a little bit more active. Like they just kind of got like almost like they were spooked. So I've seen them act a little bit weird before, just when like a big storm front was on its way. I forget about Discord all the time, which is not what you want to hear from somebody who has a Discord channel. But I also forget about Discord. The elephants break free. If anything super crazy happened, then I'd put it on YouTube. If a gorilla like dragged somebody into the enclosure and played the bongos on their head, then like I would put that on YouTube. May contain scenes that will disturb some viewers. An elephant stampede. They'll probably just act weird because they'll think it's like getting dark out. They'll be like, oh no, time to go to sleep? I don't even know if my zoo has elephants. We had elephants at the zoo in Kansas City. I can't remember if we have elephants here. I don't think we do. We have rhinos, we have bears. I don't think we have elephants. We have giraffes. It'd be a bit of a shift from the normal YouTube content. Yeah, I'm sure the algorithm would love it. It's my new character, level 1 zookeeper. That's funny. Jason, that is definitely a picture of a bat. That's kind of crazy. It's in flight, so like you took that picture just like as it was flying by. It's either a bat or it's an alien spaceship. It's really hard to tell. bat or alien spacecraft. Or like it could be a weird ink blot smiley face. But it does appear to be a bat in flight. That's actually really impressive. You couldn't have captured that on purpose. Very cool. If you'd have got him like more in the sun, then it would have resembled the bat signal. That would have been awesome. It looks like a Klingon bird of prey. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It uncloaked, like, right as the eclipse happened. Yeah, it's just me doing a little bit of, like, paragliding, right? It was just dumb luck. That's so crazy. Yeah, you just snap a picture of the sky and you happen to get a bat flying across the shot. There's, like, no odds that would ever happen.
Need help? Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
Alright, this actually goes to Stormwind. Yeah, like, I guess I should follow this through, but I don't think we're gonna have the opportunity to do any dead mines, because no one's running dead mines. We got one dead mines right here. One guy for dead mines. I don't even know what he's posting. This might not even be a dead mines post. DMT buff has been opened. I don't even know what that means. They're talking in some like strange language. I'm falling off a tower after being blinded by the eclipse. That's more likely, yeah. If you look down on the ground during an eclipse, there are some weird wavy lines. Like where your shadow would be, or just like in general? Because that is a little strange. I don't know why there would be. Dire Maul Tribute. So this is not Dead Mines. Dead Mines in this case, DM means Dire Maul. So yeah, there are no Dead Mines. All the groups going out are higher level stuff, which is cool to see. It's cool to see people being active and doing the higher level dungeons. But yeah, but nothing for lower level people, so probably not a lot of opportunity for us. Let's go back to Stormwind. Alex, that's awesome, man, because you had a lot of higher level characters. Apparently all of my guys died, like, super early. If I had been smart, I would have brought the level 30 Night Elf Warrior over. That would have been a smart thing to do. I just didn't, when I started this character, I just didn't think about it at all. Now I'm attached to this character, so... I might gather, what I'm probably gonna do is, like, I'll gather up the rest of the gold that I have, and then I'll send a character over with that gold. I'll leave the hunter a little bit of gold. She already has her mount, so like she shouldn't need a lot of gold. I'll leave her a little bit and then I'll send the rest over. Probably with the level 30 warrior. And at least that way, like, months and months and months and months of hardcore can have some kind of, like, payoff, I guess. Alright, guys, I'll tell you what, I am basically out of time for today. Thank you all very much for being here. It's been an awesome time. I really appreciate you guys hanging out while I play Vanilla Era Classic. I know it's not, like, the hot new thing, it's not the exciting thing, it's not the popular thing, so I really appreciate that you guys are willing to be here and hang out with me while I do so. We'll probably keep streaming this for the next few days. Obviously, we'll have SOD Phase 3 at the end of next week, so that is something to look forward to. But in the meantime, we'll keep going here. Thank you guys again. As always, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.